Most men are completely blind to the tests. You think you're just having a normal conversation. You're talking about work, the weekend, or something you saw on the news. But what you don't realize is that you're in the middle of a high-stakes interview, and you're failing. Women, especially attractive women who have options, don't operate on a direct communication basis when it comes to attraction. They can't. It's too risky for them, both socially and biologically. They won't just walk up and say, "Hi, I find you attractive, and I'd like to know if you're a high-value, stable, and non-psychotic man." Instead, they use a series of seemingly innocent hidden questions. These questions are probes. They are conversational sonar. She's sending out a signal to see what bounces back. And what bounces back tells her everything she needs to know about your availability, your status, your confidence, and your character. Your job is to recognize the question behind the question. Today, we're decoding the matrix. The first and most common category of questions is the availability probe. This is her trying to figure out if you're single and if you have space in your life without flat out asking, "Do you have a girlfriend?" Which makes her sound needy. So she'll ask, "What are you doing this weekend?" Or, "Do you have big plans for the holiday?" The average guy hears this and gives a boring, literal answer. Not much, probably just do laundry and maybe play some video games. You just failed. You've communicated that you have no social life, you're not in demand, and you're not a man of action. She'll also use a more direct assumption. She'll say something like, "I bet your girlfriend loves that." Or, "Is your girlfriend coming with you tonight?" This is a trap. She's assuming you have a girlfriend to see your reaction. The weak man gets flustered. "Oh, no, I don't have a girlfriend. I'm single, very single, definitely." He stumbles, he over-explains. He has just shown desperation. The correct response? A confident, calm, and slightly playful one. If she asks what you're doing this weekend, be vague but sound busy. "This weekend is pretty packed, actually. I'm meeting up with some friends on Saturday, and I have to finish a project, but I'm trying to squeeze in a workout." You've just communicated you have a life, you have friends, social proof, and you're disciplined. Project workout. If she does the girlfriend assumption, don't get flustered. Just smile, look at her and say, "No, there's no girlfriend in the picture." And then most importantly, you ask her a question. "What about you? Are you here with your boyfriend?" Turn the pressure back. It shows you're not intimidated and you're not desperate. The second category is the status and ambition filter. This is non-negotiable for many women. They are biologically wired to seek out men who are protectors and providers. In the modern world, this translates to ambition, stability, and purpose. The most obvious question is, so what do you do? Every man gets this question, and 99% of them get it wrong. They give their boring job title. "I'm a mid-level analyst at a consulting firm." You've just made yourself sound like a cog in a machine. She's not asking about your job title. She's asking about your passion. She's asking about your mission. A better answer: "I work in consulting, but what I'm really passionate about is the project I'm leading to streamline our data. Outside of that, I'm spending my nights learning to code so I can build my own app." That answer shows you have a job, stability, but you also have ambition, leading a project, and a purpose outside of your 9 to 5, building an app. You're a man who is going somewhere. By the way, if this is already making sense to you, do me a solid and smash that like button. It tells YouTube you're serious about improving, and it costs you nothing. Just click it. A more subtle version of this question is, what are your goals? Or where do you see yourself in 5 years? She's not your high school guidance counselor. This is a test. She's checking to see if you have a plan. A man with no plan is unpredictable. And to a woman, unpredictable doesn't mean exciting. It means dangerous and unstable. She wants to see if your future vision is compatible with hers. If your 5-year plan is, "I don't know, man, just kind of see what happens," you failed. You need to have an answer. "In 5 years, I plan to be leading my own team. I want to have traveled to Southeast Asia, and I'd like to own my own place." It's specific, it's ambitious, and it's confident. Category 3, the social proof and vibe check. Women are highly attuned to social dynamics. If other people like you, especially other women, you are pre-selected. You're a safe bet. She'll test this by asking questions about your social life. She'll say, "You seem to know everyone here." Or, "Are you always this popular?" This is an observation, but it's a question in disguise. The question is, are you a high-value man in your social circle? The wrong way to answer is to get arrogant. "Yeah, I'm pretty much the man." This makes you look insecure. The right way is to be cool and inclusive. "I've been coming here for a while. I like the people. That's my friend Sarah over there. You should meet her. She's hilarious." You've confirmed your status. You're a regular. You've shown generosity, introducing her to someone, and you haven't been arrogant. Another one is, "So who are all these girls in your photos?" if she's seen your social media. This is a jealousy test. She wants to know who your competition is. Don't be a fool and say, oh, that's just Sarah. She's like a sister to me. You've just friend-zoned your own social proof. A better answer, I'm lucky to be surrounded by a lot of great people. It's confident, slightly mysterious, and confirms that yes, other women are in your life. This creates a sense of urgency and competition. The fourth category is the most dangerous, the character and X-file probe. She needs to know if you're emotionally mature or if you're a train wreck waiting to happen. The question is, why did you and your last girlfriend break up? This is a minefield. If you say, oh, she was crazy, she was psycho, you just failed massively. You've shown her two things. One, you have bad judgment in women, and two, you take no accountability. She's thinking, in 6 months, is he going to be telling another girl that I'm the crazy one? The only acceptable answer is one that is mature, takes some responsibility, and is respectful. It was a good relationship for a while, but we just wanted different things in the long run. She wanted to settle down in this city, and I wanted the freedom to travel. We both realized it was better to end it. She's a great person, and I wish her the best. Boom! You're mature, you're respectful, you're not bitter, you have different goals, ambition, and you ended things amicably. You are safe. A similar question is, what's your relationship with your family like? She's not just making small talk, she's probing to see where you come from. Are you loyal? Do you respect your mother? This is a huge one. Do you have unresolved trauma? You don't need to lie, but you need to frame it positively. It's good. We're a close family. My mom is a character, but she's amazing. If your family life is complicated, you can say it's had its ups and downs, but it's made me very independent and taught me a lot about who I want to be. You've shown resilience, not baggage. We're going to stop here for part 1. We've covered availability, status, social proof, and character. These are the fundamentals. But in the next part, we're getting into the advanced stuff. The boundary tests, the compliance tests, and the one single question that tells you she is 100% ready for you to make a move. Stay tuned. All right, we're back. You've learned to decode the basic probes. The questions about your job, your weekend, and your ex. You're already ahead of 90% of men. But now we get into the subtle, high-level tests. These are the ones that separate the men from the boys. This is category 5, the boundary and compliance test. This is where she pokes you to see if you'll flinch. She's testing your frame. Frame is your reality, your set of rules, your boundaries. A man with a strong frame is unshakable. A man with a weak frame is a pushover. And women are biologically repulsed by pushovers. This test doesn't always sound like a question. It sounds like a playful challenge or a small request. She'll say, you're not really going to wear that, are you? Or, I bet you can't even do X. Or, can you go get me a drink? Let's break these down. When she challenges you, I bet you can't. She's testing your confidence. The weak man gets defensive. Yes, I can, I'll show you. He's now performing for her, trying to win her approval. He has lost his frame. The confident man smiles. He leans back. I guess you'll never know. Or, what's in it for me if I do? You've held your frame. You've shown that you don't need her approval, and you've turned it back on her. You're playful, not reactive. When she asks, can you go get me a drink? This is a classic. It seems harmless. But if you immediately jump up like a trained dog and say, yeah, of course, what do you want? You've just become the beta provider. You're the help. The correct response is to agree and amplify, but with a condition. Absolutely. Let's go grab one together. Or, sure. And you can tell me that story you mentioned earlier while we're at the bar. You're not obeying her command. You're leading the interaction. You're agreeing, but on your terms. This leads to category 6, the protector vibe check. This is primal. She needs to know if you can keep her safe. She's not looking for a bouncer. She's looking for a man who is aware and capable. This question is almost always about her environment. She'll say, that guy over there keeps looking at me, it's weird. Or, do you feel safe walking here at night? She's not looking for you to go pick a fight. That's a roid rage simpleton response. She's testing your awareness and your presence. The wrong answer. Who? Where? What guy? He's not looking at you. You've dismissed her feelings, making her feel unseen and unsafe. The right answer, you don't even look at the guy. You look at her. You calmly move your body so you are between her and the person she's talking about. You don't stop the conversation. You just say, don't worry about him. I'm right here. So as you were saying, you have just non-verbally communicated, I am aware, I am not threatened, and I am your protector. This is unbelievably attractive. If she says she feels unsafe walking, you don't say, oh, it's fine. You say, I've got you. Walk on this side. You take charge of the situation. Category 7, the what's your type? Probe. This is one of the most direct buying signal questions she can ask. when she asks, "So what's your type?" Or "What do you look for in a woman?" What she is really asking is your type me? Do I have a chance? This is your moment to close the loop. But again, most men mess it up. The rookie mistake. "Oh, I don't know. I like blondes, smart, funny." You're listing a generic shopping list. It's boring, and it doesn't help her. The expert move is to look her right in the eyes, smile, and describe her, but indirectly. Let's say she's a brunette who is very witty and has a great smile. Your answer: "Honestly, I don't have a physical type. I'm just incredibly drawn to women who are quick-witted, who don't take themselves too seriously, and who have a smile that can just light up a room." You've just described her to her. You've told her, "Yes, you are my type," without being needy or putting her on a pedestal. You've given her the green light, and now she feels safe to show more interest in you. This is the most important part of the video. If you've learned anything, I want you to comment below with the one question you always get that you never knew how to answer. We'll break them down in the comments. Go, do it now. So what's the grand takeaway? The questions are just the delivery system. The real test is not about what you answer. It's about how you answer. She's not testing your answers. She's testing your frame. Is he confident? Is he reactive? Does he get flustered? Is he trying too hard to impress me? Does he have a backbone? Is he a man with a purpose? The questions are just her way of throwing rocks at your frame to see if it rattles. The man who passes the test is the one who doesn't get rattled. He's calm, he's playful, he's grounded. He's not trying to win her. He's simply being himself, and his sense of self is not up for negotiation. When you respond from that place of authentic, unshakable confidence, you don't just pass the test, you transcend the test. The interview stops and the attraction begins. This is the key. The questions are the gateway. Your frame is the destination. And if you want to learn how to build that unshakable frame, how to be the man who doesn't get rattled, subscribe to this channel. We are only just scratching the surface.